That's not picking up through there, is it? Well, there we go. The mics do work. And welcome here to the Australian Lacrosse Network for championship time. We have the SA women versus Vic women in the gold medal match here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club in the 2025 LA Women's Under-18 Championships. As the teams get announced to the field by Mr. Peter Unwin, LA General Manager. I am joined in the commentary box by two superstars, and you've heard them all morning on field one. Peter Greenhouse, Shandell Oliver, welcome to the coverage of this championship game.
Thanks, Tony, and we're in for a treat today with these two teams, Victoria and South Australia. Really excited.
And Shandell, one of these teams went to a triple golden goal yesterday.
Yep.
Do you reckon we've got another one in our store here?
I would like to hope so. I think the competition is getting better and better and better by the day. Victoria have certainly stepped up their game. SA, I do think, go in as favourites, but Vic have come to play. They've got a good lineup. So, yeah, let's hope for it.
And how much is that day off going to help South Australia as a whole? Because, different pool play to the men's. They got the day off yesterday and just get to rest the body a little bit. Victoria coming through a triple golden goal overtime.
Yeah, that's what my next comment was going to be. Like, Vic have had now 24 hours to recover, where SA have had probably 48 hours recovery. Just going to be quiet momentarily. I don't know if we have to... Oh, no, sorry. I thought the national anthem was coming.
Yeah, SA just about to be announced to the field, and they will have the national anthem after this. Apologies that that's not coming through our feed at the moment. Technically not able to do that. But it's great that you can join us live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. So as the girls just get introduced here, Shandell, I'll ask you first, thought processes on this game, and what's your prediction?
Look, I think it's going to be a battle of the midfields. Both have really strong midfields. I think if SA can play the game they've been playing all week, they will be unstoppable. I think Vic there's some players who haven't shown all their cards yet from Victoria. And I think when they do, if they do, SA are going to be in trouble. I do, right now I'm favouriting and I'm leaning towards a way of South Australia, but Victoria, I wouldn't be surprised if they do come out.
So, score prediction?
I think there's going to be a 2-goal game to SA.
2-goal game to SA. Peter Greenhouse, you're the man with the stats. You've been seeing stats all week. What's your thought process here as we go to the national anthem? Actually, we'll just hold up here for the national anthem.
I think we might have been playing the wrong national anthem there.
Oh, as the crowd just rise to the end of the Australian national anthem, two combatants about to take the field, and it's always stirring, isn't it, the Australian national anthem?
Brings a tear to my eye, Tone, and to hear the players singing it with such pride. I just love it. You know, there's nothing better than standing in front of your flag, wearing Australia across your chest and singing to it, and to have these opportunities as a young person to play on the big stage like today, have the national anthem played before your game is a beautiful honour. So love it, absolutely love it.
All right, Pete Greenhouse, we go back to you. You've been watching and taking stats for most of the games and seen a lot of them. What's your thought process here?
Last time these two teams played, Holly Austin wasn't in the cage for Victoria, so I would expect that will have a significant impact. But really, if Izzy Jackson can do her thing through the centre draw and give South Australia possession most of the time, I think South Australia will run out winners here.
Scoreline?
I've got SA by 5.
By 5. They were 15-8 the last time they met the other night. Again, Holly Austin in the cage. She's now been in there for a couple of games. Will make a difference, and obviously with the girls shooting at her will make a difference. Look, for me, Holly's going to have to be the catalyst if Victoria are to get up over here. But you know what? My footy tips aren't going that well this weekend either. And we've seen a few roughies, and if you watch the Richmond and Gold Coast game last night, well, there was one. Anything can happen in sport. It is 50-50 at the start of this game. I also do, on that though, have South Australia up. I'm going by 3 goals, and I'm going 13-10.
Okay, 2, 3 and 5 goals. Everyone's picking the difference to South Australia. I don't want to put a score on it. Yeah.
As the wind just picks up here, and Scotty Gill just holding on to our marquee. That's because he's got the big muscles in the group.
He is. Heavy lifter, that Scotty Gill.
It is indeed, and the two combatants who will get this centre draw underway, Annabelle Simmons for Victoria and Izzy Jackson for South Australia. We saw Izzy Jackson the last time they met get a fast man break, come down and score within about 20 seconds. Has she got that in her arsenal in this gold medal final, or has Simmons got something to say about Chelsea Patrick? And that's going to go to South Australia. So they will have first use of the ball as it comes into offence. Jackson looks to run the ball down the left-hand pipe. Passes it over there to Greenhouse. Maris. Just that settle. That 1 and 7 look very similar, don't
yes,
they,
Pete?
They do. Ball here with Lawson. Lawson gets inside, and there's a good save off the bar there of Holly Austin. 1 for the day for Austin. And again, they're going to have to shoot well on this keeper.
Yeah, look, seeing Hayley Lawson's work in this first 30 seconds, and here she goes again. I think she's going to be big today in this game. That opening play as the ball was coming down the field, she was streaking through the middle of the fan and then went for that last shot. Now she's got a free possession shot. I think Hayley Lawson's going to be really big here today. So
looking for an MVP performance, Shendell, from Lawson?
Look, Hayley is a great player, so I wouldn't be surprised if she pulled it up.
I thought you were going early.
No, not this early.
Lawson steps in and gets another good save there from Holly Austin. That's 2 from 2. Ball coming out the other way. Simmons, great work there from Jackson. Look at the pace when she gets it in her stick. Good work there from Floyd. Maros has the ball. Back to Lawson. And Jackson just takes it out against her opponent there in Simmons. Jackson looks to get inside. Good work there. Picked up. Ball to run the other way. Simmons can't quite get the ball. Gets a push. And Victoria will clear here in the defensive end.
Yeah, looking for an offensive opportunity here, Victoria. Got Chelsea Patrick to her left as she's going to move the ball to her and get it down the field. Ava Dorinko also cross field now. Hannah's opened up. Ava Dorinko, I do expect to be an important player today for Victoria. Gets the ball to Floyd. And
we saw Patrick yesterday with the golden goal winner in triple overtime. And had an outstanding game, MVP performance.
Yeah, definitely.
Ball up with Floyd now. So an opportunity for Victoria. And this is where you want to strike. You want to strike early. Floyd gets past, pops it down the bottom, and Floyd scores first. Victoria on the board. And Georgia Floyd, after South Australia had opportunities down the other end, Floyd takes her first.
Yeah, she waited there for that lane to open up. Quite patient. And when she saw it, she went and loved it. The celebration was also great. I love to see players really enjoying their moments, especially in big games like this.
As the rain tumbles down here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club, wind picks up, rain comes down. Welcome to Easter Sunday at Brighton. It is championship game as the coaches go for their wet weather gear as well. And our producer, Scotty Gill, well, he's going for the wet weather gear to try and keep everything safe. Ball again from Floyd. Floyd started really well here. Floyd picks the ball up, brings it into offense. with Maros just trying the bottle opener against her.
Just going to say quietly, Scotty Gill, our MVP right now. As the ball moves around through Morlang, she's been big in this attack for Victoria. Little off pass
Patrick
there.
up against Jackson. Good work there from Jackson, but just deemed to get her on the ankle there. And gets a trip. And Patrick has the ball. We've seen what she likes to do. Get in on the cage. Chelsea Patrick steps in. Chelsea Patrick fires and goes to the right of the cage. And Chelsea Patrick with the backup had there by Victoria.
Yeah, this is a nice matchup, Patrick and Izzy Jackson. Both very explosive players. I think they're going to have a lot of impact. And here we go. Morlang off, looking to drive.
Flag on the play. Morlang keeps driving, but she is going to, as quickly as that rain comes, I'm sure it'll disappear. The wind's going to blow that through very quickly. Before you know it, the sun will be out shining, and it'll give what this game deserves. Ball up the top here with Morlang. Morlang steps in, and
another free space call.
Free space call. That's because Jackson gets off the mark so quickly. No, sorry, that was Maros with the free space call.
Patrick was nearly left alone, but Izzy Jackson just recognised her.
Now Dorenko's on this bottom corner as well.
Oh, the double
Looks
there, yeah.
inside, Morlang steps in. Dorenko, good backup there. She knew what was happening there, Ava Dorenko. And Ava Dorenko picked up here by Lily Maris. Dorenko gets inside, fires. Good save from the keeper there. Naylor. And ball coming out here through Maros. Chased by a sea of blue shirts. Ball, Maros just leaving him in her wake.
Patrick wants to have a piece. Able to slow her down to help get the big defence set.
Flag on the play. And Lily Maros, well, we know what Lily Maros does. She does want to get to the cage when she has these opportunities.
Yeah, very tenacious player. I really like watching Lily Maros play.
So, ball in the stick of Maros. On this right-hand side, Maros off the break, not there. Goes inside to Capella. Capella couldn't handle the ball. Ball to be won on the deck. That is Chelsea Patrick. Chelsea Patrick will pick the ball up, but that will come back to South Australia, is it? No. It's going to Victoria.
No, Peyton Knox to clear this.
So something off the ball there.
Yep. No, they're
No,
gonna give it
I
back.
actually thought it was a pick, well, a moving pick as such. So I thought South Australia were getting the ball back there. It is in the hands of Appleton. Appleton, she brings others into the play from down at X.
The rain has just cleared up now and the sun has come out. Izzy Jackson asking for the ball out on the 15, just outside the fan. Steps around there.
Oh,
gets
look
past
at that.
Coram.
And Capella steps in. Good save again from the keeper. Big time. We said she was going to have to be big. Holly Austin, that's 3 from 3. Can't do any better than that. And ball comes down the other way. Last time they did that, Floyd came down and scored. So Austin really stepping up. And Floyd again gets inside, but she is met there by Litchfield.
Dorenko with the ball at the top. Trying to make a bit of space here at the top for Dorenko. There was Coram on the crease, didn't use her. But
Here's
Floyd
again.
wants to go.
And that one was right across the face, but nothing seen. And ball goes out of bounds, and that'll turn over. And ball will come back the other way through Lucia Andrea.
A little unforced error there is going to be something they've got to work on early. You can't have passes like that.
Andrea gives it to the keeper there in Naylor Samek. And Naylor will just work the ball up as she looks for some movement here.
Yeah, patient on this clear. Look,
Oh, there it is. Litchfield opened up, and now Dinny is by herself. If she looks this way, she's got Dinny. Dinny just needs to spread that. Now another pass up. Give it to Dinny, and Felicity Dinny can run the field. She's pressured here, though, by Ava Dorenko. Dinny runs this left-hand side of the field, steps inside and gets one across the shoulder there from Dorenko. South Australia, good work out of their defensive end.
Yep, Dorenko going to stay in attack. Hayley Lawson with the ball. Matched up with by Patrick. Good defensive pressure there from Patrick.
That's a good matchup. Again, looking inside, just not clean with the ball at the moment. South Australia in their offensive end. That was great pressure there from Lily Maros. Lily Maros now is hot, has a play behind, steps through both. Gets down this left-hand side.
That was a beautiful move by Lily Maros here on the, I hope we got that on camera on the boundary, because the way she controlled her stick to keep the ball in play and not step her foot over the line, taking that pressure.
And pace in this women's game is certainly an advantage. You saw there Lily Maros just put the head down and said, well, there's a space, I'm going through it, as Lawson has been very offensive orientated. They're really looking inside at Capella. Capella just drops the hands, and a 3-second call there. So India Capella, they're really looking for Capella in the crease there.
Yep, definitely. And she's an important player there on the crease. She's got Izzy Jackson to one side. She's got Hayley Lawson as well. So defensively, they've split them.
So Holly Austin, 100% save rate at the moment is the, well, there's the commentator's curse right there. It's coming off the right-hand post there. And that was Neem Guyot.
Yeah, Guyot was obviously sitting on the other side of those two. So the defence split the two that were waiting at the top of the fan, and Guyot was then the free option. So great job for Capella to see her and send it across the cage low, opened up space on the crease and popped it away.
So Neve Guyot with the goal there. And sorry, Holly, I may have just cursed you.
No, never cursing.
So ball back into the centre here. Jackson, it is 1-1 here in this championship final. As the crowd just hushens here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club.
But Tony does not.
Oh, Tony never quietens. Ball out, Reagan up against Jackson. Jackson, well, she might be going there. She's going to Jackson as she comes down the right-hand side. And Jackson will give that to Hannah Greenhouse. Greenhouse over there to Capella. Capella looking to take her opponent on. Just rolling upside, doubled there. Capella throws it up and over. Good pressure there from the Victorians, but you know what, when you get two on you, there's got to be a free player.
Yeah, but there was also no backup there on that shot, so it was a bit risky. She had to really sink it because it's turned it over now, and the possession will be gained by Holly Austin.
So Austin looking for the clear here for Victoria, and they're guarded across. There's Floyd. Floyd has made a break. If she looks, oh, Floyd, she could have kept looking at Austin then. She actually had about 10 metres on Jackson. Has plenty of movement here. Deans looks, this could work as it comes over the back. As a great pick up there from Reagan. Just wears a little tap on the shoulder for her work. And Reagan will bring the ball down as the sun just beams down on the Brighton Lacrosse Club now.
Yep. Floyd, Floyd going to settle now at X for Victoria. We've got Imi Hall looking to cut on the left, and she is a lefty. She was on, wasn't there, though wasn't honoured.
But Floyd looks like she's come to play today. Ball up here to Reagan. Reagan just assessing her options. Jackson's probably not the one you take on necessarily. Not with that pace. Oh, there it is. There is the bottle opener. The one where they just get it in and flip off the lid.
Yeah, I'm assuming that she thought Reagan was going to go and wanted to slow the play down, so she put a bit of a professional foul on there.
So Reagan, we've seen her get to the cage. Jackson just talking to her defence down there. Reagan looking to head to the cage, doesn't, hits down a hole. Hole on the left. Oh, Hole with no angle whatsoever. Puts it past the left-hand post, and Imogen Hall gets another one for Victoria, and they're out to a 2-1 lead.
And that was a great placement shot from Imi Hall there. A really good recognition of Reagan to see her on the left side, because I was looking on the far side to see where the open player was, and she went with Hall, trusted her teammate, passed it over. Hall steps around and drops it low.
Well, Hall, we've spoken about her all week. I'm waiting for her to just have a breakout game, and is at the start of her breakout game in this championship final.
It would be nice for her. Emmy Hall is capable of very, very big things.
Still a very young player. Ball back in the centre. As the crowd just builds here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. You can see up in the club rooms there, the whole balcony is full. And ball back in the centre. Ball to be won. Oh, good contest. And Izzy Jackson, where's the heat?
Georgia Floyd.
From Georgia Floyd.
Yeah, quick to get up though. She bounced down and she pretty much bounced back up.
Ball comes down the back. Finds Greenhouse. Greenhouse is in. No, just flag on the play now. She'll have a opportunity from the hash at the 15-metre mark. Greenhouse will have to come over to this right-hand post. Just being set up over here. Greenhouse can get off the mark very quickly. Looks to get in. Greenhouse does get in. Good save again there from the keeper. Holly Austin, big time. Finds out. Great outlet here to Reagan. Reagan under pressure there from Lawson. Greenhouse chasing her down as well. Ball kicks inside there to Coram. Coram just settles it down and brings it down through X. Passes the ball off. Pass not great. Ball picked up off the deck there by Alicia Deans. And back to Floyd. Floyd likes what she sees. Just dispossessed there by Lily Maris. But deemed to be illegal. And she will come back to the 15-metre mark.
Yeah, and a good slide there as well. Defensive slide from, I'm just trying to, Harkness.
Harkness, yep.
I hope I'm saying that correctly. Harkness slide, good timing on that. So saw that Floyd was trying to get inside and held her up as well.
Floyd looks over the other side. She's got Hall down on the bottom corner. Needs to release that ball at some point now. Does. Decides to go back up to Reagan. Reagan up against Jackson. They've attacked a lot through Jackson today. And there's a card. There's a first card for South Australia. It is on Izzy Jackson. And Jackson the other day, when they played these teams, actually wore 2 cards and got a yellow-red. So going to have to be careful for the rest of this game. And she would be a huge loss for South Australia if she wore another yellow card.
Yeah, if I was a coach, I would be banning Jackson from checking and just playing body defence for the
I'll
rest
tell you
of the
what,
day.
bit of the whacker out here from where you're from, Shendell, with that bounce.
Yeah, right? The old furnace.
The old furnace, yes. If you were ever on a cricket pitch out there, you were always expected short balls, even when they're on your toes.
So Victoria with a woman up advantage, and that's time.
And
so
that is time. Geez, that first quarter got away from us.
Yeah, so
I was looked up at the time there, and it looked like there was about 8 seconds left in that. But Victoria are going to be a man up, and they're up 2-1 at quarter time.
yeah, good. It'll be unfortunate for them to start the next quarter with an extra woman advantage. I'm assuming that when we set up for this next centre draw, South Australia will pull an attacker and play a 3D.
Well, we saw Lily Maros go into the centre draw and did a great job when Izzy Jackson went down the other day. But
yes.
Let's have a look, as stats don't lie. And the man himself, Peter Greenhouse, is all over them. Pete, what are you seeing in that first quarter?
Look, as we thought would happen, Izzy Jackson has actually dominated the centre draw, getting control of all of the centre draws. Victoria getting possession of one. What Izzy Jackson isn't doing is getting it out to a teammate. She's trying to do it all herself, so she's getting harassed by those Victorians. But she's still doing a great job and getting her safe first use of the ball. But Holly Austin in the cage, 4 saves in that quarter, could have seen a completely different scoreline if it wasn't for Holly Austin.
Yeah, she was fantastic in the cage, was Holly Austin. And you mentioned that earlier, Pete. Didn't play the last time these two teams met. South Australia, well, there's a different goalkeeper in there. And a couple of their shots at the moment too, South Australia, when they get in there. And like that last one from Capella, no backup.
Yeah.
Just tried to take on 2 players.
Yeah, didn't find the open woman, and I think it was to her left on the crease too. So just something to be mindful of. I'm sure that the coaches are talking about it now with their playing groups. I think Michelle and Mez will be really happy with the start that the girls have had for Victoria as the head coaches there. And no doubt Leanne and Wendy are rallying the SA girls now and just saying, let's correct a few of these little things that you've done so well all week.
Well, a fantastic quarter of lacrosse here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And we're about to have second quarter action here. Currently Victoria leading 2-1 in a very low scoring game to start this game. And throughout the day, you'll see a QR code come up for the Australian Lacrosse Network. If you click onto that, you can donate to the Australian Lacrosse Network to bring you live and free lacrosse here. We hope you're enjoying it wherever you are in Australia and around the world. As the ball gets set in the middle, as Maros took that, Chelsea Patrick, and that's going to go to Victoria. Deemed to be illegal in the centre. Simmons picks the ball up. You'd almost like to see an advantage call there.
Yeah, definitely. As the ball is brought down to the corner, far corner by Floyd. She's got help in Moorland. Coram cutting across the front of the goals. Chelsea Patrick out on the left.
By herself out here, Patrick. All she needs to do is rotate back now. Looks to go inside. They are a woman up at the moment.
There's a flag on the play.
As the ball will start with Ava Dorenko. And just as that sun just starts to beam a bit, I can feel some heat even.
It's lovely. Hayley Lawson got a penalty, and it's outside the fan when the penalty was called, so that's why she's that's not set up as a free possession.
So Chelsea Patrick, we've seen her attack from that spot all week, and that seems to be her spot. 3-second call here, and that is going to go on. Who's coming out there? Andrea. So going to have to go behind. Is she? No. Oh, yep, one called there. As ball is in the stick of Patrick. They are a player up at the moment. As Izzy Jackson is still sitting her penalty. Ball comes out here to Simmons. Simmons looks to roll around, looks to go back on her left. Good defense there from Felicity Denny, but there it is. And we were just talking about Chelsea Patrick's scoring side.
Yes.
That is the lane that she loves to take. And Chelsea Patrick gets on the board for Victoria and starts the scoring here in this second term.
Yeah, lovely goal. Patient. Took it to the sweet spot. Like I always talk about that with players. Take it to the place where you want to start your drive from, or get to a spot where you want to shoot from. So if you're trying to throw a quick stick, get to the sweet spot for you. If you want to do a big long dodge, go to the spot where you're most comfortable to start from. And that was absolutely what Chelsea Patrick's been doing all week, and I'm sure she'll continue to do all game.
And penalty released here, so Jackson back in the centre. Up against Simmons. Currently 3-1 the way of Victoria. 12:40 to go in this contest in the second term. Victoria coming out to play. Good work, and that's where Chelsea Patrick, she was outstanding yesterday for Victoria in the win against WA. Ball here with Simmons, looks inside to Dorenko, and a 3-second call in there. South Australia just really trying to hold up that crease.
Yeah, saved by the whistle there. Looks like Imogen Hall's going to take the free possession shot from the top of the fan.
Oh, look, Patrick just goes, oh no, Lawson gets down there with it.
Yeah, Andrea with the penalty.
I'm suggesting Hall.
I'm surprised she didn't go. She wants to get inside.
No, she's a good, holds a good ball, does
Look
Imogen
at Floyd,
Hall.
look at Floyd.
Oh, Floyd in front, and another one for Victoria. They are with momentum at the moment, and maybe a timeout might be called here for South Australia. And right on cue. Timeout comes from South Australia. Good team play there from Victoria as Georgia Floyd gets her second.
Yeah, just waited, timed really well. I mean, I was going, look at Floyd, because I could see exactly what she could see. And just able to capitalise there.
So it is a 4-1 scoreline here against the grain, you may say, as the SA team call a timeout. And Coach Wendy Walsh, well, she will have a chat to her charges just to get them back on the right page.
Vic have certainly turned up to play today, and this is what it's all about. You know, big games make great champions. So let's see what you got, ladies.
I was speaking to the respective coaches before, and I asked Michelle Davies just how her troops were feeling, and she goes, well, this is another game, and she's expected more out of the team for the week, and maybe she's seeing what she had expectations of.
So just on this next centre draw, we'll see Izzy Jackson come out here to take this. I think she's going to try and go to her left, and you'll see the Victorian circle runners going straight there as well. So they're predicting that Izzy's going to win, and they're going to try and get that ground ball.
Yeah,
so they're actually working on the same page as the South Australian midfielders.
Yeah, really good of the coaches to recognise this and direct the players in exactly what to do to win this possession. And Chelsea Patrick seems to be doing very good at that right now.
So Simmons and Jackson in the centre, and there they go again. But Jackson wins this to herself. We saw this yesterday, and Jackson gets that centre draw. She was dominant in the centre the last game that they played. For a half anyway.
Guy with the ball. Gets it around. Is it Appleton?
Lawson.
No, Lawson.
Lawson. And she's been in front of the cage numerous times. Just finding her way in. Good defence there from Victoria. Ball to be won on the deck. Ball kicked forward as comes out. Great pick up there from Lawson. We might see a card here. And we are going to see a card. And that is going on Annika Mason for Victoria.
Yeah, did you see Maros? They're also looking for the call. She directs the traffic really well. She's a bit of a general. I know you like to use that word, Tony. Bit of a general here for this offense, and she really directs the traffic well.
So Lawson, power play opportunity here for South Australia now. So big opportunity. Jackson uses her pace, gets inside. Jackson, good save again there from Holly Austin.
Yep.
She is looking to fill up her bag with saves. Not a great outlet.
Ooh,
But, going to sub there was Lawson. Great pick up and hold there from Hull. Hull steps in, gets a good check there from Jackson. Hull wins the ball back and will settle. And will they double the ball here? South Australia. Looking like they're not going to double the ball, as Jackson is just hanging off this play. As Chelsea Patrick, she'll try and run away from the contest here.
I'm liking this matchup of Floyd and Maros as well. That's a good set. Emmy Hall with the ball at X, or at the far
Against
side,
Sharpley.
on the left side. Looking for an option, sends it to Patrick.
Patrick.
Really needs to clear space, which she does there. Look at Hall now getting inside. Finds Dorinko at X.
Has Felicity Dinny against her defending. Not the double starting to come as Sharpley comes out as well. Sharpley and Dinny look to work against Dorinko, but Dorinko works past that as a push is had here.
Yeah, and Ava Dorinko can certainly handle double team. She's very good at stick handling, very athletic player.
And Dorinko looks inside, finds Morlang. Morlang looks to run the top, looking for an option and an out now. Morlang getting the push. And Julie Ames just right in front of that one.
They're not going to get anything past Julie Ames.
Morlang steps inside against the grain, looks out, and Morlang now will release to Floyd. Back to Patrick. Patrick has a driving lane. Patrick fires and just to the left of the post. And is released now, but the ball is backed up there by South Australia. Even numbers on the field, as Victoria's penalty has been released. So Naila Samek has the ball behind the cage for South Australia. Jackson presenting and really demanding the ball.
Yeah, and look, there's another one coming through the middle now too. I think it was Carter.
And Jackson, oh, there goes Carter. Great running from Carter. Got to reward those efforts.
Yeah, they're coming from everywhere.
And Carter again, working hard here. Samek just making sure the option that she takes is right. Carter just backs off her player. There's a long pass into the centre. Just not found as yet. Carter now opens up on the box side. Outlet looking to be had. Carter now still opens up. But Jackson working hard to get the ball. Swaps it to her left hand. Jackson just hangs it out. Great ball control there from Jackson. Oh, great chase down from Hall. But it goes to Maros. And Maros Finds the ball down there to Neve Sharpley. Sharpley inside. And there we go in a transition sort of goal there as we see Capella take the ball from behind. Great feed inside. Saw the cutter coming through. And Capella gets her first of the game.
Yeah, really nice. Goalie stepped out, moved off. It really came out quite far then, just looking at that replay, and Capella was able to put it over in the top corner.
Well, Victoria wore the pressure down here really well. South Australia putting immense pressure on them in that man-down situation. Forced a shot with no backup, which allowed them to get the ball back and goes from one end to the other.
Yeah.
And a goal in the back of the net, so one against the grain.
Yeah, good patience there on the keeper trying to clear that ball and wait for the right time.
And Pete Greenhouse in the commentary box here. He's all over that. He should coach women's lacrosse. I think he sees what they're doing, but good enough there was Izzy Jackson. And Jackson, Maros, she will go to the cage, given an opportunity. Holly Austin up high, another big save. And Holly Austin will just walk the ball outside. Gives it up to Ava Dorinko. And Dorinko with those long legs. She has a race on her hand against...
She's pushing a fast break
Dallison.
here. They do have numbers. I've got some on the crease.
Reagan on the bottom corner. Ball to be had a push there on Olivia Thompson. And Thompson will get a free shot here from the right-hand side. 15-metre hash. Thompson just pulls it out. She's got to be a free player. And she finds her now as Dorinko gets top centre up against Jackson. Dorinko goes one-on-one, is she? No, decides to pull it out. Ball down the back to Floyd. Floyd's been exceptional today already. She's up against Harkness. Floyd steps inside and gets the free space call. And I love the pace that Georgia Floyd is working with at the moment.
Yep, and I noticed there, Dorinko saw which way that Floyd wanted to go and just stepped out to the back corner. Now you can see they're set up side by side, so she's got two options, but I think she wants to go
Floyd
herself.
fires up over the top.
She does.
So we might ask Pete, how many shots has Floyd had to this point?
3 shots to Floyd. Sorry, make that 4 and 2 goals.
So going at 50%, get the ball in her stick more, they say. South Australia doing a good job in defence, though. And the ball will start down the back here with Sophie Coram. Coram
good defensive pressure
has
there.
Cholsh on her. Good defensive pressure there from Cholsh. Looks up, finds Chelsea Patrick. And she's picked up by Izzy Jackson. I reckon that's a great matchup, these two.
Definitely. And Chelsea Patrick wants to go.
And just a little up. Looks down the bottom corner. Cutters come in. Dorinko made it all the way. Looks to rotate back around. And there's 2 players there. There's going to be a 3-second call as one of them not guarding anyone.
Yeah, and so there was 2 cutters. There was Dorinko and Reagan. I think just because Dorinko was taller, she grabbed it out of the air. But look, Reagan's still to her left if she wants to send it across. And Ava, being a very unselfish player, does. And what a beautiful back pass.
Little backhand pass there.
And
finds Reagan. There's Dorinko again. Dorinko picks up, looks to go through. Oh, just runs into a monster pick. Good defence there from Harkness, but just holding her up. You don't mind that, though.
Yeah, look, that was a really nice set of play from both teams.
So Ava Dorinko, top centre, looks down, finds the shooter there, and another one there from Georgia Floyd. Well, she's going above the averages now, and Georgia Floyd gets her 3rd, and Victoria skip out to a 5-2 lead here.
Yeah, Floyd, Dorinko obviously recognised that there was 2 players in the back corner. Floyd presented, it was a bit of a high pass, but Floyd jumped through the air like a kangaroo, grabbed the ball down, and then shot the ball low.
And Aussie under-20 player, Georgia Floyd.
And that's the reason why.
Has played at the highest level over in Hong Kong in those under-20 World Championships and bringing all of that experience here to her Victorian teammates. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the second term here. in this championship final. And that is an illegal procedure, so everything going the way of Victoria at the moment. South Australia, a little shell shock. Greenhouse comes well from the defensive end.
You can see the smile then on Reagan's face as she pushes the ball in the middle.
Great pick up there. I thought that was going to come through to Floyd. When you're having a day, you have one.
Yep, they just roll to your stick sometimes.
And good work out there by Litchfield. Litchfield passes it over. Lawson, she's doing a power of work for her team. Kicks it down here to Hannah Greenhouse. Only got one to beat, but decides to go inside to Lawson. Lawson, little stumble there. The grass monster might have just grabbed her toe, but didn't bring her down. Lawson steps inside looking for a 3-second call, and we'll get one now.
She certainly worked hard for that one. She waited and waited and waited and has been rewarded.
Certainly battling very hard for her red side is Lawson. And she will take the ball on this left-hand pipe.
I think she's got Capella down on the corner as well,
So,
and Appleton.
I was going to say they're setting two out, but only one.
And then there's Lily Maros on the other side.
Oh, there's Capella. No. Oh, tink, tink, tink off the bar.
Appleton to back that up.
And Appleton backs it up. And that goes to a save to the keeper as well when it hits the bar. I'm sure she pushed it there. Good work. That might have been a little bit high, and it is deemed to be. And Hannah Greenhouse will have a free shot here.
And look at Lily Maris just hanging out quietly at the back corner.
Well, India Capella is down on that right-hand corner.
Yeah, there's the two-man game there too.
She has been a target, but Hannah Greenhouse steps in, looks to fire. Hannah Greenhouse pops one away for South Australia, and the crowd just up and about with that. Hannah Greenhouse, great work though from Lawson to bring the ball down with the effort that she gave, but Greenhouse finds the back of the net and might have one happy father in the commentary box, I'd say.
Look, I just like the way she went to her right side and then fired the ball back down to the bottom left corner. It was actually something we do in the backyard.
So Pete's taking credit for that, for the shooting technique of his daughter.
That's a real parent thing to do.
He's living vicariously right now. It is 5-3. There's about 40 seconds to go on our clock, I believe.
36, what I can see.
Yep, I can't see the clock on the field yet, so as the clock now starts to come to the field, Floyd, though, looks to be first. Oh, gets a push. Maros not happy with that. And an opportunity here for Victoria.
Yeah.
Limited time in the quarter. Do they have an answer? And Patrick will be one of those that can give an answer. Good pressure there from Denny. And Denny just deemed to be across the stomach there, but might have just run the time out well enough here. Clock is on the field.
12 seconds left.
12 seconds before half time. Need to move the ball on if
Patrick.
there's any. Interception. Do South Australia have an opportunity? And she'll just take the time out of it here as the time runs out. What a fantastic first half of championship lacrosse here between Victoria and South Australia. We see Victoria leading 5-3. But plenty to talk about, Shendell, in that first half.
Oh, look, Tony, that was awesome. I think the fight that these players have, you know, in them is just what the spirit of Australian lacrosse is. It's gritty, it's fast, they're tenacious, and I think they've got to take a good 5-minute break. You can see coaches already starting to talk to players individually about things that they want to change or change up. Pete, anything you've noticed? I see you keep making comments about the centre draw.
I do make lots of comments from the centre draw because you actually learn a lot about what's happening. But Izzy Jackson has controlled pretty much every centre draw she's taken, but you can see real early, as soon as that umpire gets them set, the two Victorian girls on the circle will run to Izzy Jackson's left side, and you saw in that last one, Izzy put it all the way out, but the Victorians were already there ready to get it. So the Victorians are really trying to stem that Izzy Jackson influence. But down at the Victorian defensive end, Holly Austin has been absolutely massive for Victoria. 8 saves in a half of lacrosse is fantastic, and she has really, for me, saved the day for Victoria, and it is why Victoria in front.
Well, just on that, as I said, South Australia 15-8 last time these two came up. 7-goal difference. You make 8 saves, and all of a sudden the score sits where it does.
Yeah, look, I think Holly Austin will, for the rest of the day, keep going the way she is. She's a fantastic goalie. We saw that in Major League Sixes earlier or late last year, and I wouldn't expect anything different from Holly Austin. What the South Australian team needs to do is really, like in that last one that Greenholz got that goal, is get the goalie moving and shoot in the other direction. So there's going to be lots of cuts needed, lots of picks and lots of feeding. I think one-on-one drives are not going to be the way to win this game today.
And I think you're right through that centre draw. Both coaches are very experienced, Michelle Davies and Wendy Walsh. Michelle Davies has recognised that she may not win that centre draw today. And she did say, I did ask her that before the game. I said, how are you going to hold Izzy Jackson up? And she said, you just wait and see. So Michelle, one of our own, giving nothing away to me, but she's done a fantastic job, Shindell.
Yeah, she's not letting Izzy Jackson dictate the centre. She's reading what she's doing and adjusting accordingly, and it's working for them. So now it's up to the SA coaches and Izzy Jackson to adjust that draw to then catch Victoria off guard, try something different.
Any other stats, Pete, that we've missed? Or
So just all I wanted to mention was further on that centre draw, Izzy Jackson 8 draw controls. But from centre draw possession, we've got Victoria 5 apiece with SA.
Oh, there you go.
Victoria doing a fantastic job to cut that Jackson influence out.
So what does South Australia now have to do to get, I mean, Izzy Jackson, when she wins it to herself, she's good, but she's running now into those 2 Victorian players who are shutting down that space. She's got to find another avenue, and I'm sure Wendy Walsh will have a conversation about that.
Yeah, I think either Izzy's got to change up where she's sending the ball, or they need to put a different player in to disrupt the draw. So put Lily Maros in. Obviously, we know that she can win the draw, but you've got to disrupt. You've got to change something.
Well, you're on that, Shendell. Maybe put Maros into the centre draw and put Jackson on the outside. And just see if that makes a change, because all of a sudden, Victoria, it's a chess game, isn't it?
Yep.
These finals, and the one who makes the moves 3 in front often comes out on top. But it is Victoria at the moment who have the ascendancy, and pre-game, I don't think any of us had that thought process.
Yeah, just back to that centre, I'm sure both coaches have watched the tape, so they know who can match up on who, right? Who's going to beat who in the centre of the physical draw. Then it becomes a foot race for the ball on the outside. So if you're going to change the centre, you need to make sure that you're making those changes effectively on the outside as well.
And can I say, the officiating today has been fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
You know what? When you don't really notice the officials, they do a fantastic job. So kudos to the women in black and white out there. They're really doing a great job of officiating this big championship final. And what we do have, I did say at the start of the day, we may have a golden goal. Are we going to get 2 today?
Well, look, I said it was going to be a 2-goal deficit to South Australia. Right now it's a 2 goals up on for Victoria, so I might get it right with the 2 goals. I just don't know which team it's going to go. But you know what? I'd love a golden goal game. As a player,
I can't believe you'd want a golden goal game, Shadell. Who wants one of them?
As a player, a golden goal is a heartbreak if you're the losing team.
Oh.
But you can hold your head high because you've got so close.
And you will see a QR code on the screen at times throughout the day. So if you do see that, click that QR code and send a little donation to the Australian Lacrosse Network. It's always great to be able to bring you live and free lacrosse on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We are a group of volunteers, and if you do like what you see, just $5 to maybe pay someone to be up on a camera or buy them a pie. So any donations are gladly accepted on the Australian Lacrosse Network. But it is 3/4 time action.
I was going to say the spirit of Aussies, buy him a pie. As the ball is drawn high, so Jackson did change what was happening unless that was the influence of Simmons. But Jackson has now come up with control, and Lawson just getting ahead of Floyd there.
So can they get a little bit of momentum here? Izzy Jackson finds Capella. Down
Jackson
on the left
again,
eye.
free.
Little 1-2, but Lawson, she's my match winner today at the moment, Lawson.
Yeah, she's
I think if
good.
they get back in, Lawson will be the one that really drives. She's sort of that We call that general.
Yeah, she's an engine. Like, she does the hard yards. She really contests the ground ball. She takes the heavy hits. Here she is again with the ball. I said at the start of the game, I really like watching Hayley Lawson play. And
well, Lawson.
Looking to her left from what I can see.
And Lawson, she's going to step in and try and pop one away. Does early. And South Australia get the first of the third quarter. Back to a 5-4 game. And it is through the stick of Hayley Lawson. And she is fighting hard for her Reds team.
Yeah, really nice goal. Nice placement by Lawson. Took some time. A couple of fakes in there. Cradles got closer. Took the space away. The defenders weren't able to take away her space, and then she just popped it over the shoulder of Austin.
So again, centre draw win.
Yeah,
Get first possession.
Yep, so let's see what's going to happen here. So Jackson has changed. And look at now, Lawson's on this side of Jackson. And Patrick taking a step back. But Lily Maros not moving with Patrick. So unless Jackson's trying to pull high to herself.
Well, she does go to herself a little bit in these centre draws, so now they're trying to find that, but ball comes out. Patrick looks to pick it up. Patrick does pick it up, gets one just across the back of the scone. And Chelsea Patrick, as Jackson will be asked to come up and behind her. Patrick, Carter, great job. Carter trying to shut down the space early. And Chelsea Patrick brings it into the offense for Victoria.
Yeah, nice move there by Patrick. And the Victorians move the ball quickly around the offensive zone. Coram with the ball now. Got Morlang at X as well if she wants help. Dorinko cutting.
Ball with Coram. Coram steps around the outside. Looks inside. Finds Patrick. And finds a free space call there.
Yeah, I think Maros is going to take that one.
3-second call. And ball comes up to Sophie Coram. Been a goal scorer for the week, Coram.
Yeah, she's got
Looks
Patrick.
inside. Good knockdown there. Who's that? Hayley Lawson. No, that was Maros, sorry.
Lily Maros.
Ball to be won. And that is Hayley Lawson winning that ball in the tough stuff. So Hayley Lawson will bring the ball down for South Australia.
Yeah, and Guy quick to get back to the bottom corner for South Australia. Obviously, that's where she wants to play
Litchfield. Oh, Grass Monster gets Coram.
No one on this side of the field, camera side of the field, except for Capella, who's down at the top of the
As
fan.
the wind picks back up here. And sirens are blaring in the background.
Guide at the back.
Well, we've seen Guide already come around this corner. So Guide, Capella looking to get those inside cuts. Being locked off there by Peyton Knox. And Jackson, good inside. Great work there from Capella.
Yeah, nice cover by Knox, though.
Good match up here. Jackson against the mini. Carter. Back here to Jackson. Jackson likes what she sees. Looks to go left. Does get in left. Gets in right. Oh! Runs into Georgia Floyd. Georgia Floyd said, there ain't no hole here. How about you go back up the top? And just sucking in a few deep breaths there is Izzy Jackson.
But hang on, the penalty there is actually on Mason, and Floyd's going to line up next to her. So it was a free space, but Floyd certainly took away her space.
Took away her breath too, just quietly.
And she's got a cutter. Carter was just V-cutting in there.
Lawson just using her skill set. Looks over, finds Capella. Capella steps in.
Wow.
That's going to be an advantage, is it? Yep.
Yep, all clear.
And Capella evens it up here. South Australia with the first 2 goals of the third term. And that is through India Capella. Great work.
Yeah, really great trust in her teammate Lawson to send it to Capella under pressure. Capella took it like that, no problem, I've got this, and then just popped it over in the top corner to...
and a timeout as Michelle Davies says, that's not the way I want to start the third quarter. Let's have a timeout here, have a little chat about it. It is a 5-5 game here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. We're great to be able to bring you live and free lacrosse as the 2 teams go about their chat. Pete, anything early in that?
No, it's been a bit of the same old in the centre draw. Izzy Jackson trying to get the ball forward this time. but the change in play has sort of disrupted everybody now. Izzy Jackson still controlling, but Victoria doing a great job to stop any advantage from it.
If you are just joining us on the Australian Lacrosse Network, I do say welcome wherever you are around the world and in Australia. With 10 minutes to go here, it is a 5-all game. And the commentary team today, we have Shendell Oliver, Peter Greenhouse and myself, Tony Watts. It is always good to be bringing you live and free lacrosse in this country. And we hope you're enjoying watching it probably in a warmer spot than we are right now.
And we are certainly
as the rain is about to come down again. I tell you what, I think Victoria brought the weather with them. And
here comes the rain.
It's really coming down.
And Scotty Gill, he's just protecting equipment left, right and centre. We go from one extreme to another.
The sun's out now though, but the rain is coming down.
As the ball will start back in the centre drawer. As Jackson lines up. So the weather gods have just opened up here at Brighton Lacrosse Club, sent people scurrying for their umbrellas. And our crew scurrying for anything to cover up. But Izzy Jackson, she's scurrying to get the ball and wins it to herself. Jackson brings the ball into offense for South Australia. Looks down the bottom corner.
South Australia have certainly adjusted that centre draw, and as Pete said, what the Vics were doing was running into space to get the ball, and now South Australia have recognised that and going to the same area.
They've got...
Oh, cutter through the middle, picked up by Maros. Maros to Lawson.
Lawson up against Floyd, looks inside Capella. She's a real target in there, and that's going to be a flag.
Now, I'm under the impression that they must play at the same club. Lawson and Capella?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because that
from
the connection.
Yeah. That connection there, it's really strong. And I'm like, they've obviously played a lot of lacrosse together, so I'm assuming they've played
Capella
locally.
using her body to get in, and good trail check there. Goes out of bounds as Holly Austin tries to run it down, but is beaten to the back line there by the two Brighton young stars in Lily Morris and Ruby Carter. Carter looks to go against Chelsea Patrick. Carter, home ground advantage down here, kicks it back to her Brighton teammate in Lily Morris. Maros gets up and side. Patrick fires up over the top. Ball coming out of bounds. Carter, first one to it. Pressure there from Reagan. Turns on a 2-cent piece. Carter looks inside. Ball just tossed up. Comes to Capella. Capella comes over to Lawson. Lawson looks to come down the back and just looking to settle it down. No. Kicks it back over to Morris. Morris fires and out it goes past the left-hand pipe. And we get a chance to take a breath as well.
Yeah, they're certainly looking to have shots. Pete, do we know how many shots I've taken this quarter? Because they're certainly peppering the keeper now.
Yeah, sorry, not this quarter.
Oh, okay.
Just keeping total. Sorry, mate.
So ball out here with Hayley Lawson. Lawson one-on-one against Floyd. Great matchup. Capella using her body to get in. Just trying to find her a little too much at the moment, our South Australia. Really being a force. And Patrick, but they miss the boat. It's a turnover here. Opportunity for South Australia. Now Capella cuts through, but Lawson says, let's just hold it up. No, Lawson goes herself. Looks down at Capella now. Looks and pops it away. No goal. In the crease is Capella. And right on the spot is Nikki Voisey for the officials. Great spot she had.
Yeah, and that was a cool dive shot. Like, it looked awesome. It's just a shame for her that it didn't stick. It looked pretty magic.
Still a 5-all game here. 7:20 to go in the third term. Knox finds her way up the field. She's still by herself.
Yeah,
and finds her now.
Oh,
picked out by Capella. That's why Capella wasn't chasing her. Opportunity here. Looks inside. Good save again from the keeper. Keeper comes out. Ball to be won. Pre-check there. South Australia with the ball.
Dallison unlucky there. She had so much space, and maybe that's why she probably needed to throw one more fake in.
So Lawson with the ball in her stick will take it out. And Lawson, I feel like I've said her name a million times today.
Same. A great young player.
Oh, the keeper comes out for the pre-check.
Golly.
So, You don't see this very often. Now, this is a problem, though, because if the offense shoots and hits a player, you can have a dangerous shot situation. So they're just going to allow her to get back in. Probably a really good play there as Capella steps in and gets crunched. And that will be a cross-check. And Capella will have the ball top centre. Now, we've seen Capella, every time she's had a 15-metre shot, she's gone to the cage herself.
Yeah, and just Butler wore one as well as Capella was going to the cage, and it looks like Butler's now got the penalty.
So, out the back goes Darcy Butler.
But we've got Guy and Lawson on the back corner and one defender.
Well, this is the one where you do pass the ball and then maybe get it back again. Capella looks inside again, looks to fire. Oh, good check there from Patrick. As Capella picks herself up off the floor.
Nice control by Maros, who's now going to goals.
Weaving webs. Maros puts it away, top corner. And South Australia, after being 5-3 down in the half-time, are now up 6-5. Lily Maros gets her first of the game.
That was a nice goal by Lily Maros. Patient, saw an opportunity, took it.
So good work down there from South Australia in the offensive end. Doesn't feel like it's been down in the Victorian end at all this quarter.
And look at Izzy Jackson directing traffic there.
And we've just got a timeout here as referee does their shoe up. Duty of care for our officials as well.
Yeah, and Izzy Jackson has instructed Maros to come to this spot here, but she's brought Chelsea Patrick with her, so a good contest at least. So and then we've got Georgia Floyd and Hayley Lawson not far away.
Is Jackson looking to go forward here? Jackson, no, looking to come back here. Oh, just running the double bluff there was Izzy Jackson. Set it up to go forward and then just decides to win it to herself out the back. So good work there and good understanding of what was going on and starting to get a bit more dominant in that centre draw again. Capella really strong in this offensive end. Looks to go one, gets past one, fires. Good save again there from Holly Austin and just throws the ball up, puts it out to Dorenko.
I was like, not a great outlet there, but no problem. Keeper's going to get the ball back, and she's got knocks down on the corner here as well, so she's got help. So she can change the direction of the ball, which she does. I
believe that was a check on the keeper.
Yeah.
Oh, Knox, that's come off a Victorian stick. South Australian ball.
Umpire Mao, official Mao, very clear with that decision. Oh, sorry, Ames.
And
Julie Ames.
And right in front of us, and Julie Ames had it absolutely correct.
Yep.
Came off a Victorian stick. So Maros, well, she got down to this spot before and went herself. She likes this left-hand corner, and she looks like she's going to go again, because what it does is drag someone else in. Looks to pass it over. Capella just standing in the back and gets the ball herself. Here to Dallison. Dallison running down this left-hand pipe side.
Yeah, Dallison really starting to turn up in this third quarter too.
Back here to Hannah Greenhouse. Greenhouse, she looks like she wants to inside roll here as rolls outside. Hannah Greenhouse looks, fires, and Greenhouse with another one in the top of the net. Just starting to fray that top net, and Hannah Greenhouse gets South Australia's fourth, and they bring it out to a 2-goal lead here.
Yeah, very, very nice from Hannah Greenhouse. I can't remember who was standing next to her, and I was kind of like hoping that player would cut through to give her the space, and she didn't care. She split through the defence and went anyway.
And I think the Hannah Greenhouse fan club is sitting to our left here in the commentary box.
And she's feeling good about it too.
She loves every minute of it. And why wouldn't you? You're playing in a national championship final.
Yeah, let's see what happens with this draw again, because now Izzy's calling directions to Hayley Lawson and Lily Maros. So,
yep.
And she's looking out at them, and I think she's looking to see where Floyd and Patrick is as well.
Will she go back to herself now? Floyd changes her mode, looks there, and Floyd was well aware of that. But again, Izzy Jackson just starting to dominate that centre draw.
Yeah, and Greenhouse with the ball again.
Capella 7-5 is the score. 2 minutes 25.
Ooh, there's a penalty. Did you see that? Izzy Jackson and Ruby Reagan were running through the fan as a cutter. And I don't know if Reagan had her stick in front of Jackson, and so then Jackson kind of pushed it out of the way. But Jackson's got a free at the 15, so whatever I saw, there was certainly something going on there.
So momentum here with South Australia. Jackson steps in. Oh, there's a big one. No call. Rubbing his... No, we do have a call. There's a card coming, and that is going to go on Chelsea Patrick, I think. No, it's going on Darcy Butler. Well, I thought that was on Patrick,
So
if
did
anyone, because Patrick was the one chasing. But Butler will wear the 2-minute penalty. So South Australia with a real opportunity here. 2 minutes to go. They'll be man up for the entirety of this third quarter. And Carter just steps inside, not able to get there. They've got a power play situation.
And look at her sneak in now. She's still in the middle.
Oh, there she is, still. Just throwing behind there from Lawson. Looks on the bottom corner. Greenhouse. Good save again there from the keeper. Ball to be won. Flick backwards. Ball comes out. Still in the air. Ball still on the ground. Ground ball to be won. Capella. Hannah Greenhouse. Oh, great extraction from Greenhouse. Hannah Greenhouse took that out of really tight company.
And she's in the middle again. Look at her. And then now trailing Capella.
She'll get back in there again. Greenhouse again in the centre. Fires! Gets her hat trick. Hannah Greenhouse just starting to come to the fore here. And South Australia break away. And momentum in a power play situation, all with South Australia.
Yeah, they were just leaving. I mean, Greenhouse was in the middle, then Capella was in the middle, then Greenhouse got back in the middle, and that's when that cut was honoured, and she was able to send that shot. So this man up has now cost Victoria, or this yellow card's now cost Victoria as a great execution of a power play there from South Australia.
So Hannah Greenhouse now becomes the top goal scorer for South Australia in this championship final, has 3. Gets the hat trick, and ball back in the centre. Dorenko up against, that's going to be a card. And Georgia Floyd. So they're going to be 2 players down here. And a real opportunity for South Australia to take advantage of this with 22 seconds to go, as the wind just took the water off of our marquee and gave a little bit of love and light to our spectators to our left.
Yeah, it's a 4-on-6 now. Defensively,
Maros draws the free space. So, clock not quite on the field yet. About to come on the field. So, maybe a bit more time in this than we have on our clocks. Ball up the top. Maros fires. Good save again. Great save. And Victoria.
Austin will come up with that one.
Now, do they have enough time here? As clock comes, no. It's just clock didn't come on the field. Just keeping out of the rain over there. Here's Lauren Hunter. She's a smart woman, isn't she?
She certainly is. Actually, she did want me to give her a shout out as the CBO for this game. So, Lauren, great move there.
Yeah,
Staying
Loz,
dry.
hey, thinking smarter, not harder. Stay under the cover. And what we do have is an SA lead at 3-quarter time. They call it the Premiership quarter or Championship quarter. Well, it was a 5-0 quarter to South Australia. And Pete, how did that come about?
Izzy Jackson, very smart in the centre draw, changed up. We spoke about it at half-time. She's changed up what she's doing. She's really telling her girls on the circle where to be, what's happening, and really just mixing it up now as to where she's placing that ball. Still putting it to herself mostly, but they can't predict now where she's going to put it. So that's been the big difference.
Yeah, she's certainly using a poker face in the middle there. And you can see her talking to the middies on the outside of the circle. And she's tricking them as well.
So again, this chess game continues. South Australia with a 5-0 quarter. It comes back to Michelle Davies. Wendy Walsh obviously had to speak about that. And let's look at the centre draw and what's happening. Now it's back to Victoria. How do they shut down Jackson through the centre draw?
Yeah, I think they need to disrupt the centre draw. I think they need to just put someone in there who hasn't drawn against Jackson all day, even all week, just try something different, because that person might have a different pull or a different trick in the bag that can disrupt Jackson. You've just got to, in this kind of situation where you're not winning, change something.
And Pete, what do the stats say about changing something?
Yeah, so just with the changes that they made in the centre draw, particularly Izzy Jackson and the changes she's made, SA clearly having the ball down their end a lot at the start of this quarter. Now, the shots, I've just counted them up, 24 shots to South Australia to 11 to Victoria. So South Australia just having all of the possession in that quarter and making the most of it, getting as many shots as they can.
Well,
and look at this, change to the centre.
I don't remember too much offensive play that quarter from Victoria. Didn't have it down there much. So, but they are a player down still. 2 players down still. So, opportunity for South Australia. Jackson flicks it over to Lawson. Lawson gives it back to Jackson. Gives it to Carter, but Carter at her feet. Ruby Carter, great job picking that one up off the carpet as the wind picks up again and the rain just starts to come down. Ball is being dispossessed. Capella wins that ground ball. Looks up, under pressure there from Knox. Maros becomes an outlet.
Guide in the back corner.
Maros.
Ready to help. Cutter through the middle. Jackson trailed by Dorinko.
And now Capella is by herself on the outer side, but gets shut down there. Back to Maros. Penalties, there's still 1 in the box for Victoria.
Capella looking to drive,
and
there it is.
Capella looks inside, fires, and good save there from Holly Austin. Probably need a better shot than that, given the way Austin's been saving today. And a whistle on the plate, and the ball is, there's an offside here on Victoria. So the ball will turn over, and you don't want to make those little mistakes when you just manage to get the ball back from a good save from your keeper. So ball will start down the back here through Guyot, Neve Guyot.
She has got help in Maros, just a little upfield.
And Guyot looks to run the back, is pressured now by Ava Dorenko as the wind is playing havoc here down at the Brighton Lacrosse Club. Ball comes up to Carter. Can Lawson play havoc with the Victorian team? Lawson steps in, gets past. Yes, she can. Rips the top corner. And I tell you what, that rattled the cookie jar.
That was a
Lawson.
really satisfying dodge there from Hayley Lawson. I loved to watch that. She just waited for space. Obviously, they've got the extra player opportunity still for them and took her time.
Can I just say, great work off the ball by Ruby Carter. She had a really good cut, which really took her defender away from the play, and Hayley made the most of it and just slotted past.
I tell you what, though, that has absolutely rattled that cookie jar in that top right-hand corner. That was a big shot, and Lawson took it on herself. Out to a 4-goal game now. 9-5 it is.
Yeah, both penalties looks like have been now released.
Even on the field. Setting an extra in the defensive end. Goes forward, so opportunity here for Victoria. Ball to be won on the deck. Jackson fighting against 2. Jackson picks up, but it's Lawson that picks the ball up. Lawson running it down, gets a push. And I don't know about you guys, I'm going early. Lawson for MVP.
I called it at the start of the game, remember?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you said not this early.
Yeah,
No,
I thought that was a call too,
But
Pete.
that was me. That was me, like, just warming up.
Just warming up. So, ball on the back corner here. Maros just getting harassed by Dorenko and being told that that harassment is not required.
To be fair, Lily Maros has been very good too. And she's got Jackson in the middle.
But looks over to Lawson.
Lawson's got a cutter there.
Good knockdown there from Reagan. Ball to be won.
That was a nice cut from Carter too, just to sneak in behind Reagan.
And Lawson, we saw what she did when she picked a player up the top. Let's see what she does from the 15-metre arc. Has Capella down on... No free shot. Okay. Set up for a free shot and then just to disrupt the commentary team. will take it off. So Lawson now assessing her opportunities. Lawson gives it up to Jackson. Jackson kicks it over to Maros.
Goalie's come out to help play defense, now back in.
So Maros has Dorenko. Dorenko, that's a
Trail
good check on the stick, but picked up there by Jackson. Jackson using her pace. Ball down to Carter. Carter will run the back line. Now heads over to Guyot. Guyot up to Capella.
Knox looks like she's trying to tag Jackson out of the game.
She's going to have to stick to her like glue if she's going to do that.
Yeah, not sure if she is, if that's an assignment, or she's just playing really tight D at that.
So Capella, oh, Deans just slips over there. And ball down the back.
And Guyot just doing a bit of work around the crease as well. She's going to set a high pick now from
Lawson
Maros.
comes around the right-hand side, not there. Little flip up to Jackson. Jackson takes it out really wide. Gives herself some space to use her pace. And draws her up really wide and then goes. Jackson beats her opponent. Looks inside. Oh, just missed Carter. Ball comes up to Floyd. Floyd dodges inside. Here's an opportunity for Victoria. Under Georgia Floyd. Floyd comes round. Oh no, the attacker went from behind the cage. And lucky she did actually with the back up of the shot.
Yeah, Morlang just disappeared.
Morlang just disappeared on that fast man break.
Yeah, she should have gone to a position that she wanted to score. Floyd was coming down this camera side of the lane, so which means that Morlang would have been on her left side. Looks like she's a strong, dominant righty. But look at that, Reagan's now cut through. Patrick trying to grab it out of the other one hand. Dorenko to grab the crumbs.
Can't get it anywhere, and that'll be a South Australian ball. As Hayley Lawson will relieve for South Australia. Dorenko just tries to pick her pockets, but not able to get there quick enough. Ball with Litchfield. Litchfield runs it over the offensive third. Now kicks it down to Capella. Ball hits the deck. Capella picks the ball up. No damage done down there. Picked up by Deans. Capella looking to use her strength.
Maros needs to go and help at X. She's just kind of chilling back there. And there isn't an outlet at this point for...
So Capella looking for an option. She has it now in Maros. Maros.
And Carter just skipping around the top of the crease, being sneaky.
Maros, she's quick off the mark when she's allowed to extend those legs. Looking for a cut. There's Greenhouse. She's already got 3. She wanted to just fill up the bag a bit more with that cut. And Maros really keeping wide out here. I wouldn't be surprised to see her just put the Jets on here in a minute. As Jackson now gets the pass up to Jackson. Maros did her work. Jackson keeping it nice and wide. Are they just trying to take some time out of this clock? Ball comes down here to Greenhouse. Greenhouse looks to run the right-hand corner. Lawson comes down. And it almost looks like they're just going to try and take some time out of this clock here. And Greenhouse turns on a dime. No
penalty.
Gets a penalty. And Hannah Greenhouse will line up again from the 15-metre mark. 7 minutes and change to go in this championship final. South Australia looking for back-to-back championships. Greenhouse, 15 metres, steps in. Greenhouse looks to go. Hannah Greenhouse gets her 4th. Putting South Australia on her shoulders in the offensive end. And a young Greenhouse gets her 4th goal. And a timeout here called by Victoria.
Yeah, 6:45 about left in regular play. The clock still seems to be running on the big screen, but when I saw the whistle go, it was 6:45. It's a 9-5 ball game in favour of South Australia. They've done really well in this second half to chip away and to bring it back to a contest and now take the lead.
So if I take Greenhouse quickly for MVP?
Yeah, okay, you can have I'm going Lawson.
Okay, so I've just upset Pete. He's sitting here
just
going.
That's your child. You
just as a child, you don't get to have your automatic MVP pick.
I'm going Jackson anyway at the moment. She's just been so good in the centre draw, and without that first use of the ball, South Australia may not be in the position they are.
So,
But Hannah's doing very well.
I was going to say he's off. You know what? He's a harsh, hard marker, isn't he?
Trade her.
He's a harsh, hard marker.
She's on the market. Oh, take
Yeah, I was going to say.
Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, oh, she's here. I can't believe he didn't take his daughter earlier, but I've got her now.
Yeah, look,
10-5, 4 goals in a championship final. A young player.
Yeah, Hannah was just, I think 15, 16 this year, going into her first under 18.
First under 18 tournament. And you get 4 goals in a championship final. You're remembering this one.
Yeah, I think she's been outstanding today.
So here's Pete's MVP, potentially. Jackson coming to the centre. Oh, we know how proud our man is sitting next to us.
The sun's starting to come out. I'm just trying to get a bit of sun on my legs because it's bitterly cold down here. If we're cold, hopefully the athletes aren't feeling as cold as we are with the work they're doing. And look at the centre again. Wondering if Izzy's going to draw behind her or if she's going to draw to this side of Simmons and try and pull
I think
it out.
she's going to go behind her herself.
Yeah, and Lawson's back there too.
Yep.
Yep.
Good work, Tony. Or should I say Izzy?
Yeah.
And that is ducked under fairly well.
Yep. And I believe, you correct me if I'm wrong, Izzy Jackson may be looking to go to NCAA's college.
Yeah,
program.
absolutely is. Good rower too, Izzy
okay.
Jackson, in a very high rowing program as well, which probably accounts for the fitness and the speed that she has.
Yeah, and the arm strength on the draw.
I tell you what, Lawson though, she's had some strength as well.
Maros now with the ball being matched up with by Patrick. Patrick stepping out to her to make her play.
Maros. Oh, does Hannah Greenhouse have 5 in the championship final? That's a number you want to try and reach. I know it's all about the team, but Maros looking, and great cut there from Carter. Looks to draw in Maros. She gets 3. Oh, Maros just does it all herself. Another one of those young South Australians putting a nail in the coffin, I'd say. That is a 6-goal game now with Vic only scoring 5. And we have about half the quarter to go.
Yeah, so Lily Marosen just brought the ball to the top of the fan, went left, rolled back to her right, and popped the ball past Austin.
And I will say Victoria are scoreless in the second half to this point. 5 minutes 15 to go, and have not scored in the second half. So opportunity here. Jackson again in the centre. Up against Simmons, Jackson, and a legal procedure that time. Simmons will take the ball, but we've seen anything can happen in women's lacrosse. And Simmons, runs into a wall of red. But Capella deemed to be, and she has Deans now in front of her. Finds Deans. Deans takes the ball over. And ball down here to Hole. Hole looks to a little nod of the head.
Coram trying to get some space in front of the goals.
I reckon
Hall
Hall might come back to her left here if she's going to try and take that player, but tries to get Patrick, sorry.
Yeah, no, Hall's going back to the bottom left corner. Patrick, I reckon, wants to drive from here on Maros. Good check by Maros.
Good check, but just deemed to be illegal. And 4 minutes to go in this contest. South Australia looking like they will be national champions back-to-back in the under-18 tournament. Patrick looking for an option, doesn't have one. Looking now like she has to go herself. Great work from Maros. Patrick looks down the hole. Tink off the bar. Ball comes back to the keeper, and Naila Samek will clear it here. Has the ball over to Andrea. Andrea looking to create space by her using her feet. Now runs into a wall of blue. Lucky she turned around at the right time there because Hall was coming like a freight train.
Yes, she was. She really loves a chase down. As the ball is being cleared through Litchfield into South Australia's offence. Gets it over the line.
And Litchfield decides, you know what? I'm playing defence in this tournament. I'll just done my job. There you go, offence. Go and play. Lawson would be fitting too. She has had an outstanding game, Hayley Lawson.
Yeah,
Lawson
starting to
gets around and she gets inside again. Looks on the bottom corner, tries to bring Appleton into the play. But Lawson wins a free shot here. So Shendell going to the cage, not going to the cage.
I'm just trying to see what's happening on this side of the field.
Lawson.
I reckon she's going to go.
Go to the cage. Lawson steps inside. Lawson! And that has just about sealed it here with a 12-5 game now. And Hayley Lawson gets her third of the day. And maybe that is enough for MVP.
Really nice. Really nice. Really smart. She's had a great game.
I can't believe you picked her pre-game. She was... I think right now you'd be feeling pretty good here, Shendell.
Yeah, look. Oh, look. Hannah's back on in the midfield, though.
Yeah, I know.
Your MVP's come on. And they're actually making SA, giving a few different players a bit of game time in the mid now. So Izzy Jackson in the middle, Sharpley as well as Greenholsh.
Can I take Floyd for Victoria then early?
If you want.
Okay.
I'll go Austin.
Ball down. Oh, yeah. I forgot about Austin. So, Floyd with the ball. Oh, finds Coram. And this is where it just, when it's not your day, sometimes it's not your day.
Yep.
12-5. Minute and a half to go and a bit. Good pressure there from Floyd. A big push, but just pushes her out of bounds. No call. And Floyd will look to do the work herself. Floyd steps inside. Just did not get anywhere above goal unextended there when she shot that. And Samek has the ball. Naylor looking for an option.
Taking some time down now. Look, we're down to a minute in this game, and I think she's just giving the girls a bit of chill.
She could literally hold the ball down there.
And now Vic's forcing the clear. So Coram's gone to the ball, which has opened up.
So Samek has to use her feet. Now she needs help. There's one up the line here, a free player.
Yeah, Harkis is here as well, but now has gone back in front of goals.
God,
and a
big
push in the
push
rear.
there.
No penalty. Floyd with the ball. She's got Patrick across a crease.
And tink, tink, tink off the bar. And ball doesn't quite trickle out. Oh, great work there from Neve Sharpley just to stop the offense coming back in. But Chelsea Patrick with the ball.
Yep, timer is up, so we're about 30 seconds left in play here.
Clock is on the field as
Ava Darinko
gets a push.
Final penalty.
And is she going to have enough time here to take it? And Hannah Greenhouse will have to come out behind Darenko. On this side here, though, is Patrick.
She's going to send it. Look at her.
She has to send it to Patrick. Patrick looks inside. Patrick looks to fire. Good save there from the keeper. And that is a South Australian ball as time is about to run out here. Clock on the field. And that is the final whistle. South Australia are under-18 national champions in 2025 as they get around their keeper. Back-to-back champions. And kudos to Victoria. They battled really hard today. We're up at half-time. And good job from the girls in blue and white. But South Australia, they are just elated.
Yeah, just looking at the coaches, they're having a big hug on the side. Obviously, the players embracing on the field, and the two head coaches in Hoxley and Walsh just really enjoying this moment together.
And Wendy, I reckon, I don't think that's rain that's running down her chin or her cheek. I reckon that hasn't rained over there in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And Wendy, really proud coach. But fantastic job by the Victorian coaching team as well in Michelle Davies, Meredith Carr, and their team manager, Samantha Harrison.
Yeah, beautiful. Look, 4 incredible coaches in women's lacrosse. These juniors these younger players are so lucky to have these women showing them the way. I think they're really blessed.
And we can't forget the team manager either, Rachel Lawson. She is everywhere.
Oh, isn't she just?
In South Australian lacrosse. I mean, it is a lacrosse family as we see the supporter base. I reckon that's my daughter out there.
Yes, it is.
As if she would be up and about.
Yeah, and you know, a lovely moment. Vic girls can certainly hold their heads high. This was a well-fought game. I think the difference in the game was what we've been talking about all day was the adjustment to the centre draw. Vic were picking the ball out of the air in the first half-time. SA coaches went and had a conversation and said, we're going to change something. They did so, and that's when the game started to change for South Australia. And
how did that game change, Pete, in that last quarter and a half?
Oh, well, it was all Izzy Jackson, in my opinion. Dominated the centre draw. South Australia getting 7 possessions to 2 from the centre draw in that last half, as opposed to 5 apiece in the first half. So that to me is the big difference. Holly Austin keeping them in it in the first half with 7 saves in the first half, 11 for the game. Special mention there to Naila Samick, who hardly saw the ball in the second half, but still come up with 4 big saves in that last quarter. Really just it went after getting first possession in that second half. It was all SA after that.
All right, so MVPs, we look at them right now.
Hayley Lawson and Holly Austin.
Okay, Pete?
I'm going for Jackson.
Yep.
And Patrick.
And I've got Floyd and Hannah Greenhouse as a little smoky.
I like that.
So 12-5 full time here. South Australia run out winners in this championship final as the two teams line up to receive the MVP honours. And the crowd,
I know, it's a huge
didn't
crowd.
they just rush the field once that was done? Plenty of support here for both teams. And stay tuned after this because we have the Victorian men up against the South Australian men for another opportunity to bring home a national title for one of them.
Yeah, and exciting for the SA girls just momentarily to say how good's a win on home soil, in front of your home crowd, in front of your friends and your family. Really happy for them. Unlucky for the Vics having to go home. But, yeah, a great game of lacrosse. I'm happy with what I'm seeing in our junior development. And here comes the men's referees getting ready for the next game as both the men's teams take the field already.
Just having a light stroll around as they'll be doing plenty of kilometres today in the men's final. We wish them well in the black and white officials.
I've been really impressed with the quality of lacrosse across both boys and girls competitions. It's been so intense, really high, not a lot of errors, and some really smart lacrosse players out there.
Yeah, I think if anyone's wanting to recruit, if we've got players that are wanting to go to the US, or if anyone's watching over there and they want to recruit.
What a sensational final. What an amazing start from Victoria. It was absolutely incredible the way you really probably put a massive fright into all these South Australians.
We can hear Pete Unwin just talking here.
The GM, I'm also very proud of Victoria. Excited. The comeback, the effort, just the energy between Indy. And make a really special shout out on behalf of Lacrosse Australia. Holly Austin, you were absolutely sensational. Congratulations. I'm going to hand over to Victoria first.
Thank you very much. I'll start off just by... Right. No, it's for the broadcast. Oh, it's broadcast only. Lovely. Thank you. Rachel, so thank you for a really well thought out contested game. We knew you would come out. You've been leading the tournament all week and setting the standard, and we knew we'd have to be at our best. We gave it a good shot. These are the games, as I said it after the WA game yesterday, when you triple overtime, these are the games where you learn the most about yourself. And, you know, as the four coaches, we've all played at international level together. This is a competition that makes you better for the high performance program. Lacrosse in Australia is in good hands from the quality that we've seen out there today. So I wish you all the very best. Congratulations on an enormous win that second half. You know, you got to win the centre, win the game, but from there it's contested ground balls. You know, hard ball gets it, it's where the game is won as well. Amazing on that. So congratulations. The MVP for South Australia is number 16, India Capella.
India Capella getting the MVP for South Australia there.
We were all incorrect there, Tone. We all missed out on that one. But well deserved. She was very much a big player there in their offence.
That she was. So none
Hey,
from one.
Victoria, what can I say? That first half, our goal was to come out and play our brand of lacrosse. You didn't let us do that in the first half. You were sensational. It really took our girls to dig deep and to get back. Having said that, you still fought the game out. You've got some wonderful talent in your side, and you know Mission Mayor have done a great job with you this week. Congratulations on your game today. Thank you for making it so tough. To our team, girls, and that you listened to us, you were disciplined, and so well done. As Mish said, lacrosse is looking pretty great at under 18 level. Keep working hard, keep pushing for those pathways, and all of us hope to see you in the group one day. Today is your goalie, Holly Austin.
Holly Austin getting the MVP for Victoria.
You called it.
So not upset at all is Shendell Oliver. Well, one of us got at least one right. India Capella really big in that centre there, like coming through those crease. Took a lot of pressure, got a couple of goals on the board, but was everywhere and probably did open up holes for others to get through with the dominance where they were looking to go to her a lot.
Yes, definitely.
But Holly Austin, 11 saves in a game, and especially early on, 7 big saves in that first half to put your team. You can't have done any more as a young keeper. And congratulations to South Australia.
Yes.
Fantastic win.
Yeah, great work by South Australia to go back to back, and I know there'll be a lot of happy girls out there.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of happy lacrosse fans out there as well, because we have another big game coming up here on the Australian Lacrosse Network. It is the championship gold medal game between South Australia and Victoria for the men. We will be back very, very soon. But Shendell Oliver and Pete, you will be joining me again.
Wouldn't miss it.
Scotty Gill does a fantastic job. He's got all the little trinkets out here, as does Blake. I'm not sure who's on camera. Ethan's on camera, does a good job as well. So on behalf of myself, Tony Watts, we'll be back very shortly, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Until the sticks are swinging, we'll see you soon. And then there was one game to go in this 2025 Lacrosse Australia Under-18 Championship, and it is the men's game. We saw a great game from South Australia, really came to their own in that second half and went, I think, about 8 goals unanswered to win a championship, as we see Victoria being introduced to the crowd and the officials have, and then South Australia will be, and joined in commentary again by Shendell Oliver and Mr. Peter Greenhouse.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Well,
Great day for it. It's certainly turned into a bit of lacrosse weather.
I was going to say, Shendell, you were just speaking to some family over in WA, and they've probably got T-shirts and shorts on, and we're looking for a hoodie, I think, at the moment.
If you guys sold snow gear here, I'd be putting it on. And yeah, my family, hello to all my family back home, the Olivers and the Papotos and the Woodbridges, are having a beautiful Easter lunch together. And they're all in T-shirts and shorts.
And what I just will say is thanks to the Olivers for billeting me all those many years ago too, Shendell.
Yeah, that was a long time.
Very long time.
Pete was playing under 15s and I was a little kid and the little sister of the lacrosse player, and we're still hanging out now, about 20-something years later. I hesitate on how many years I said.
As the it just comes in here, it really has just set in. There's a little bit of precipitation around, and we saw that in the last game, but all of a sudden it's got a bit darker down here in the Brighton Lacrosse Club, and don't know whether the lights will end up coming on, but South Australia coming to the field as the players take off their helmets and are being introduced out onto the field, and we will soon have the national anthem. But before we do that, what are our predictions for this game?
I'm going to stick with what I did before. SA by 2.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna go golden goal.
Yes!
SA by 1 in golden goal.
SA by 1 in golden goal. I'm going golden goal as well. And
that's 1 then.
That's all I care about, actually. Just golden goal. And maybe we'll get 3 overtimes in the golden goal, and I won't have a voice at the end of the night, and then people will be very, very happy.
Given how close these 3, the WA Vic and SA men's teams and competitions have been this week, yeah, it's tight. I just think SA might have that little bit of a home ground advantage of national anthem.
And the national anthem about to play. Well, again, always very stirring, the national anthems. As the players put their gear back on, we put our hats back on. And, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game. The other night, these two teams didn't leave much on the field, and it got really antsy in that third term.
Yeah, the flags were flying everywhere, and I love it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you throw a flag up in this, it might end up in the next block. I might be 3 houses down if you get it too high. But the rain just starting to tumble down. But what about the crowd here at the moment? They are not going anywhere.
No, they don't care about the rain. And, you know, where else would you want to be on this Easter Sunday? If you're not here, I'm sure if you're watching, you know exactly what's going on. So,
well,
we're happy to be here.
I can tell you in this weather where I'd want to be, Shendell, if I wasn't watching lacrosse like this.
At home on the couch watching lacrosse?
No, I reckon a nice little winery with an open fire and maybe a nice coloured glass in front of me.
Yeah, it's
absolutely starting to team down here at the Brighton Lacrosse Club.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking there's a lot of people really are going to be wet at the end of the night.
Yeah, there's a few little kids running around and they're absolutely soaking wet. They love it, you know. Easter Sunday, the Easter bunny's been this morning. They're full of sugar. And they're at Lacrosse.
And here I was thinking there's a lot of people just under the marquee with us here, and I was starting to think I had some fans, Shandell, but
It's not you, Tone.
I think it must be just the weather.
It's not you, Tone.
So he nearly lost his footing there, did the official running out with the balls.
Poor bugger.
Oh, you feel for the officials too in this, don't you? The boys have got helmets on, gloves on, and are up and about, for the officials, they're just getting wet.
And they're not even allowed to wear those little see-through spray jackets. They've just got to handle it like a boss.
Well, they are going to handle it like a boss, and
Bosses they are.
we have some real experience out there in the officiating for this game. So they are in good hands as far as the officials go. Here we go. Victoria coming out onto the field. And it really just has set in here. But it looks like there's a bit of a break in the weather out the back. As Scotty Gill just keeps all the equipment, trying to keep it dry. You don't want to be sitting to the left of our marquee, because when that wind does blow it off, it gives a little shower to the spectators. And but we have a game on our hands here.
Let's do it.
Do we have golden goal, or is there something that is going to turn this game and put a big margin in it?
There'll be a great battle in the face-off here by these two teams, and also the goalkeepers will be looking to put their mark on the game too. Yeah,
just watching the warm-ups for these keepers. Prinsloo, he's been fantastic throughout the tournament, but I was watching Liam Filippa down in the cage for South Australia. Oh, he was eating balls up down there. So it could come down to who makes more saves. But right now, into the centre, we've got Raffaelli up against Attenborough. And Raffaelli gets the first one for Victoria. Pushed there by Attenborough. Attenborough, just steps through, takes the ball out of Flaherty's hands. And didn't see him coming, and an opportunity here for Attenborough. I saw Attenborough dropping bombs too in the warm-up. So Attenborough looking to push offense early. Webb just bounces out of the stick, and this could change it a bit. All of a sudden, not much rain for the weekend, and you get a bit of a wet stick. Starts to bag out a little. Mead looks up. Attenborough looks to slide, comes early there. Good slide from Tarshis.
Yeah, that was a great defensive slide. And ball's at X now.
The ball ends up in Williams' stick. Williams up to Ross. Ross, he's been dropping bombs all week from that 15-metre mark. Mead back to Boss, and a moving pick on South Australia in the crease. And ball will come back here through Barnes. Barnes has Ross on him. Barnes looks to get in, not there, pulls it out and finds Jet Lua. Jet Lua settles the ball for Victoria. Cook down the back, kicks it to Flaherty. Flaherty has Barnes presenting for him, and then he has Newbury up. So everyone a touch now for Victoria. Crawford really drawing this wide here. Little flip up to Lua. Lua finds Barnes. He's got the shorty one-on-one. That's Ross. Barnes steps inside, looks down, finds a trail check in that shot. Ball to go out of bounds. As a great pickup down there from Virgo. Virgo hits Kamek. Kamek back to Filippa. Filippa with an outstanding outlet there to Parrish. Parrish with an opportunity here. Decides to put it inside. Looks to shoot. And there's the first goal of the game. And Max Williams puts one on the board for South Australia. Great transition ball from the SA Reds after an opportunity was there for Victoria.
Yeah, the transition was really, really quick. They got it to Filippa. He found the right outlet. use the guys down the field, 1, 2, 3 passes, and then a step down shot and over the shoulder of the keeper. So nice start for SA. I think Vic's had a bit of possession, but SA just capitalised on a fast break.
And Max Williams, well, hasn't been a noted goal scorer, but certainly got one away then. Pushes the ball out there, does Kim, and a legal procedure there as the player crossed the line without possession. And we've got 2 whistles here. We're just halfway line. Yep, Luke Keesing just making sure that they're starting. That possession does come up to the halfway line. So Matthews with the ball. Out to Napoli. Napoli. Oh, that's and that's what we're talking about with those sticks. A little bit of water in them and all of a sudden haven't thrown much with them. And that one just goes high and wide.
Yeah, and it's something you've, as a player, you've got to be able to adjust to is how your stick's throwing and catching. It's just the game, they would have started with dry sticks and now they've gone straight into play with a wet stick, and that completely changes the way the ball's releasing.
So using the long sticks here. Ball comes up into offense. Cook has the ball. Picked up there by Kamek. As the ball now comes to Lua. Lua fires the ball there to McGee. Down to Flaherty. Flaherty rotates the ball through X.
Flaherty, an important guy in this offense. He certainly sets a lot of things up. Same with Lua. Lua looks to drive from that right side.
And this is where they definitely have talked about going through these shorties. Ball down the back to Flaherty. Flaherty rotates the ball quickly. Cutter comes through. Not there. Ball in the stick now of Cook. Cook rotates the ball around and they go again. Crawford looks to get in on his left. Now his right. Good defense there. Just opens it up. Oh! Good save there from Liam Filippa. I thought that with a little bit of rain was going to skip through low.
Yeah, he was right on the pipe though, and he had his body really well behind the ball. So if he didn't actually make the stick save, he certainly had his body there. But another great marker on his stats for Filippa as the ball moves down the field.
Whitty picks the ball up. Finds Valen Chinchik. As Webb rolls the ball up here to Matthews. Matthews over to Whitty. Whitty, the 2 11s together. Always love it when the defender and our offense have the same number. I don't know what it is.
Oh, and another unforced error there.
Another unforced error. So South Australia won't want to give up too many unforced errors. They're currently leading 1-0 in this contest. As the ball will be run out here with McGee. McGee looks forward. Finds Crawford. Crawford fires the ball down to Flaherty, and we've got a timeout, have we? Or an offside here?
It's an offside call.
Offside on Blue. So again, another unforced error.
Could be just jitters, you know, like opening minutes of a championship game. Certainly.
Oh, it goes to Hail Mary. That's not great from the South Australian keeper. Opportunity for Cook, and he fires that one past. No damage done as Lua had the backup. That's not the pass they were looking for from the keeper.
Yeah, luckily he was able, he had, because the pass was so long, he had time to get back inside and set there for that shot from Cook, but Cook sent it wide anyway.
As Gibbs comes around the bottom corner. Takes on Attenborough, not there to Lua. And kicks that one there to Barnes. Barnes up to Jewell. Jewell looks for the 2-man game. Loses the ball. Ball to be won. Jewell still has the ball. Now flips it up and rotates it on. Smallacombe comes out to Barnes.
I reckon Ross would have been happy with that little move, that little takeaway.
Gibbs, that's a good contest. They're both 2 physical players, Attenborough and Gibbs. And we don't mind a bit of rub. It is racing, especially in the championship final. Ball down with Cook. Looks to go on Mead. Mead finding himself, grass monster. Just a little tap of the ankle there for Cook. And ball to Flaherty. Flaherty to Jewell.
Look at, Gibbs just hanging high, waiting. I think he wants an outside shot. But hang on
that
a second.
Gets a body, and they just said, you know what, get up. This is a championship final. Not going to get anything easy out here. Love the officiating there. And opportunity as that ball just nearly sails over the head. Finds Ross. Ross finds Gibbs. Gibbs looks inside as Ross passes it to McGurr. McGurr now finds Whitty. And Whitty checks the ball in. McGurr back to Ross. He's picked up Liam Barnes. Liam Barnes has to shut down the space as we've seen Ross not scared to shoot from that 15 metre on left or right.
And plenty of backup there for South Australia to retain possession. So sending a guy out there to pick it up, I think
that's McGurr.
McGurr.
Yep, those 11s and 17s.